Donald Trump today plans to visit the area devastated by historic flooding in Louisiana. More than 86,000 people have registered with FEMA. 20 Louisiana parishes have been declared disaster areas, and more than 4,000 people are staying in shelters. President Obama is facing criticism for not cutting short his vacation to Martha's Vineyard in order to visit the disaster zone. Manuel Bojorquez is in Sorrento with the governor. Manuel, good morning.
Good morning. Despite calls for President Obama to come here to Louisiana, to this area, and survey the damage for himself, he is unlikely to cut short his New England vacation to see all these floodwaters affecting communities like this one. He is getting some support in that regard from the governor of Louisiana as people here work to rebuild.
We've washed the floors and bleached the house.
Family and neighbors have been helping Janice Harrell clean up. Her home was filled with floodwater just days ago. Harrell is an insurance agent, so she had coverage for her house and belongings, but says she could still use some help from the government.
I haven't seen anybody.
The federal government is here. We have been here. We will be here as long as it takes.
Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson toured the damage Thursday and says FEMA has already started working to help those in need. He also addressed questions about President Obama's absence.
So the president is closely monitoring the situation through his cabinet, through his FEMA administrator, and is very much on top of it.
On Wednesday, a Baton Rouge newspaper published an editorial calling for the president to cut his vacation short, saying it's time for President Barack Obama to visit the most anguished state in the Union. The paper reminded readers of the criticism former President George W. Bush faced in 2005 when he flew over the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina but did not visit New Orleans. Bush toured the region 2 days later.
I am not complaining in any way about our federal partnership.
Governor John Bel Edwards says he has been in constant touch with White House officials, adding a presidential visit would require pulling police and first responders from recovery efforts to provide security.
I would just as soon he give us another week or two, and then he can visit.
Craig Fugate did visit Louisiana on Tuesday. In the coming weeks, FEMA will send teams into shelters and communities like this one to assess the needs of flood victims and implement a long-term plan. Gail?
Thank you very much, man.